Hi, I'm Shoaib Daniyal, political editor with Scroll.in, and we are with the Palestinian Ambassador to India, Mr. Adnan Abu Alhaijaa. And we're going to talk about the conflict in the Gaza Strip as the IDF invades that small plot of land, the humanitarian crisis that has followed, as well as the Indian government's response to the conflict. Thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Abu Alhaijaa.
Thank you very much, and you are welcome. And thank you for you having me with your TV.
Thank you. So the first question I want to ask Mr. Ambassador is, what is the situation in Gaza right now after the IDF's ground invasion?
I think the whole world knows who are following the situation in Gaza after 41 days. The situation is very bad, and you can imagine 2.2 million of people without water, without food, without electricity, without fuel, without in the hospitals they don't have now oxygen because there is no electricity. We are expecting our hospital to be collapsed. We have 35 hospitals in Gaza Strip. Yesterday already 20 of those hospitals are out of working. We still have some of them. They might also collapse within 40 hours because of no fuel to the generators. The situation in general, there is kind of genocide. The Israelis have killed more than 14,000 up to now, already registered 11,500, and we have maybe more than 3,000 under the building rubble, which it will affect also the pollution, and maybe we don't know what kind of illness people will get of those body.
Right.
Now the Israelis attacking the main hospital in Gaza Strip, which is Shifa Hospital. It was, I think, became very famous for the whole world. They were lying, and the spokesman of the Israel army talking about more than one level of tunnels under the Shifa Hospital. They find nothing, and I think they are lying in everything. Especially they were talking that they found weapon, which I think also it's a new lie from the Israelis. As long as there was no international media with them when they enter that room where they said they did find this weapon or so, no one should believe them because they were lying for 40 days up to now. They want to say that they find something. They were talking about tunnels and more than one level and the operation room under the Shifa hospital. They find nothing. Just the torture, our patients in the hospitals, the doctors, they were investigate the doctors and the patients, and you have seen that incubator children, how they are without incubator. I think it's the Nazis themselves has not done what the Israelis are doing now.
Mr. Ambassador, something that I wanted to ask you is, I think we're all watching the horrific visuals of Gaza, and the situation is dire. Are you happy with the Indian government's response to the conflict till now?
Yeah, India is very old and historical relation between India and Palestine, and hope they will play as mediator rule between India and Palestine. Hope they will call for ceasefire. Hope India for us is very important country, and we're still looking India to do something to end this bloody war in Palestine.
So actually, if you spoke of ceasefire at the end of October, there was a UN resolution which asked for a ceasefire, which India actually abstained from. So what is your response to that?
I don't want to. خلاص, forget.
Right.
I don't want to talk too much about this matter.
Right. So India has historically had very strong relations with Palestine. In fact, as late as 2018, Prime Minister Narendra Modi got Palestine's highest civilian honor. Do you think India has maintained that level of friendship, or do you think there's been a change of late?
Hope they are not changed. Right now, let me say that we have not seen official statement from India about the situation. There was a tweet, and we have heard that there is no change of or shift of their attitudes toward Palestine, and we are looking to strengthen always the relation between India and Palestine.
Do you think India has done enough in this conflict? Do you think India should put more pressure on Israel to stop its aggression in Gaza?
I hope they will make more.
But do you think it's not done
Please,
enough
please,
right now?
I told Abna, I
Right.
don't want to discuss that matter.
Right,
I don't want to discuss that matter. I told
Right.
Abid to tell you that.
right. I
You
was
are-
not told this, right?
I don't know. I told him I don't want to go too much in this subject.
Right,
Because what we have said is enough.
right. Israel has also attacked Lebanon and Syria after this conflict has started. Where do you see this going? Do you see this expanding into a wider regional war?
What we are looking as a Palestinian is to stop war, first of all.
Mhm.
So we are not looking to escalate the situation with other countries. Now we are concentrating of ceasefire and calling the international community to go for peace process in general, leading to establishing the state of Palestine on the land of 1967. This is not the first war, not the second, not the third. So each one has become more bloody than the one before. If the international community did not go for peace process and the Palestinian people did not get that right, maybe the next war will be more bloody than this war. So we are looking for ceasefire. We are against escalating the war, and we are looking for the international community to play their role according to the international law. Especially, we have more than 800 resolutions in the United Nations. Israel has never been implemented for one of them, right? And none of the United States or the international community making any pressure at Israel to be implemented for those resolutions. I think calling the international community enough is enough. If you don't want to see more war, don't tell me Hamas is terrorist or Palestinian terrorist. The terrorist is the occupation. The most terrorist is the occupation. In the occupation, everybody will live in peace, and we are looking to see our children live and play like any other children in the world, right?
Right.
So the international community, because with this extreme government, peace will never be in the area. And we don't know with extreme government how the situation will escalate later, and what will be more than what's going on in Palestine. The Israelis killed more than 200 people in West Bank, not in Gaza, 14,000 or more than 14,000, and injured more than 31,000 in Gaza Strip, and about 1,000 injured in West Bank. More than 200 has been killed, 2,750 they have been jailed from 7th of October.
Right.
From the beginning, since this government has been formed, from the beginning of this year, they have killed 260 people till 7th of October. And so that killing and this measurement of this extreme government led to the 7th of October. So the international community, who is mainly responsible, this government is very extreme government, more than the Nazist government. So we again blame the international community, and we call them to do their role.
Do you think Arab states in the region have done enough to support the Palestinian cause? Countries such as Saudi Arabia?
Yeah, without mentioning any one of the Arab countries, we hope they will also make more. Okay, there was more than one meeting, and there was Arab Islamic Summit meeting in Saudi Arabia. There is a committee has been formed to follow the situation. Hope they will do their job.
And Mr. Ambassador, you spoke of the West Bank. What is now the outlook of the average Palestinian in the West Bank towards the atrocities in Gaza?
We are one people in West Bank or in Gaza or anywhere in the world as a Palestinian. And sometimes there is conflict between the political parties. But when there is a foreign enemy attack the Palestinian people, we are united. People in West Bank, they have the same feeling what the people in Gaza Strip have. Our refugees all around the world has the same, and we are ready to support our people in Gaza Strip in all means. And in West Bank, they are struggling peacefully against this occupation, same as our brothers in Gaza. I mentioned that the number of who has been detained by this government in West Bank, more than 200 have been killed. The Israelis attack every day the Palestinian cities.
Since October 7th.
They were always, but
Right.
they concentrate much more. Since October 7th, they killed 200.
Right.
From the beginning of the year till 7th of October, they killed 260 people. Right? So from the beginning of the year in West Bank, they killed 450 people. Right? And normally, the cities, the Palestinian cities, is a area. The Israelis army are not allowed to enter. That according to Oslo Accord. But they destroyed Oslo Accord. They destroyed the two-state solution. They are confiscating land, stealing land every day, building settlements, building more settlement unit, stealing our water and sell it to us in certain amount and very high price. We have three main resources in West Bank for water. They steal the water, take it to their settlements or to Israel, and sell it to us in certain amount and a very high price. It's our water. They steal it and sell it to us in certain amount. When you go to these settlers in the settlements, they have a swimming pool. We don't have enough water to plant something in the home garden, right? While they are playing with our water as they like. This is what the Palestinian everywhere face of this occupation. Gaza have been sieged for 17 years. 2.2 of our people living in open prison. You know, the area of Gaza is 365 kilometers square. There is more than 2.2 million people are living in Gaza. They can't move outside this area. It's not easily at all. They can't come to West Bank as an example. to be in touch with their relatives, or the poverty in Gaza Strip is more than 70% before 7th of October. Now we don't know what is the percentage will be after this war.
Fatah, which rules the West Bank, and Hamas have not always seen eye to eye. In fact, around a couple of decades back, they even fought in Gaza. How do you see this present conflict impacting Fatah? Do you think it'll have to be more aggressive now?
Look, I told you that we are one people, first of all. Secondly, not Fatah who is ruling West Bank. The Palestinian Authority is ruling West Bank,
Right.
and Palestinian Authority is responsible for all things in Gaza except the security.
Right.
Only the security is with Hamas. Health, we are responsible. Water, we are responsible. We have same ministries in Gaza as we have, and we pay for Gaza budget more than West Bank budget. Why? Because poverty in Gaza is more than West Bank, right? So the problem is not Fatah. I told you, when there is foreign enemy attacking the Palestinian people, all parties, not only Fatah, Hamas, all parties are united, and we defend our people wherever they are.
Final question, Mr. Ambassador. India's been a long-time friend of Palestine. Is there a message that you would want to give to the Indian people as to what their response should be to the conflict in Gaza right now?
Call the Indian people to be as they have been, always supporting the Palestinian cause, the justice for Palestine, and also calling to implement the international law. The Indian people, they knew since the Mahatma Gandhi what is the Palestinian cause. So hope they will take step to be at the same support they have been always with Palestine.
Mr. Ambassador, would you want India to mediate in this conflict?
Hope so, yes, because India is a friend of both, and I think India, maybe with other countries, they could make a pressure at Israel to be implemented, at least for ceasefire, then to the peace process.